Okay, I'm going to make a quick video right now on determining what angle each protractor is showing. Okay, we have been talking about in class the importance of lining up your protractor and that the vertex of every angle has to be lined up with that little circle in the middle of your protractor. I circled it below right here. Now, every protractor that you use may be a little different. Some protractors have a hole directly in the middle that you could actually put your pencil point in, and some protractors won't have a little hole. They'll actually have a little like niche right on the bottom. So you have to really look at the protractor that you're using, okay? You will see that the protractor has a 0 on the outside over here, and then it also has a 0 on the inside on the other side. The same way it has 180 on the outside on one side, and it has 180 degrees on the inside on another side. So I'm going to show you how to know which number you're going to use. Are you using the inside degrees that go from 0 to 180? Or are you using the outside degrees that goes from 0 to 180? Okay, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look now. If we look at number one, here is our vertex of our angle right here. Okay, and you notice, and you're going to ask yourself, is my angle greater than a right angle or less than a right angle? Well, we know that a right angle would go directly up to 90 degrees. It makes that L, okay? So in this case, this angle is going to be greater than a right angle, all right? Since it's greater than a right angle, you'll take a look closely right in here, all right? Well, I know it's a little blurry, but you'll have to make do. It's in between 70 and 80 on the outside, and in between 100 and 110 on the inside. How do we know which set of numbers we're going to really look at? Well, it's greater than a right angle, we said. So I'm looking at the larger numbers, which would be in between 100 and 110, all right? And you'll notice that here you have a tick mark right over here, which is right smack in the middle. It's in the middle of 100 and 110. So since this is, it's right in the middle, you could say that this was 105 degrees, and that would be okay. I do know it's a little bit less, so it's probably 104 degrees. But as long as you're within 5 degrees is usually the margin of error they will give you when they don't give you 180 tick marks for the exact degree measure. As long as you're within 5 degrees, you're okay. So here I would take 105, 104, even 103 degrees. Good. Let's now look at number 2. So in number 2, I use my right angle as my point of reference. I know that this angle that's shown is greater than a right angle. So I look, well, my angle is actually going through the 30 or the 130. So am I saying, is this angle 130 or 30? Well, 30 degrees would be an acute angle. This is absolutely an obtuse angle. So it would be 130 degrees. There we go. Now we're going to take a look at number 3. Number 3 is also here an obtuse angle. It's actually, you look in here, all of them are obtuse angles. So we are using the greater degree measure. So this angle is going through 40 or 140. Well, it's a little bit before 140. So you would take and say 139 degrees, 138, which would be okay. And the last one is also, when you look at the right angle, it's greater than a right angle. So it's either 60 or 120. If the angle is greater than a right angle, we use the larger number. If it's less than a right angle, the smaller number. So that would be 100. That would be here 120 degrees. All right. So I just wanted to look here. I'm going to here. I'll give you. Let's do one more. If we look here at number 7, all right, number 7, well, I'm going to look and start and say, if it was a right angle, there would be my right angle. This angle is less than a right angle. So since it is less than a right angle, I'm going to go with the smaller set of numbers. So it's either 50 degrees or 130 degrees, if you're looking. So since it's smaller than a right angle, this would be 50 degrees. Okay, so that is how you could use this protractor to determine what the exact measurement is. Now, with that being said, we know that acute angles, there's our angles, acute angles are less than 90 degrees. Obtuse angles are greater than 90, but less than 180. Because we know a straight angle equals exactly 180 degrees, and just like a right angle equals 90 degrees. Okay? So those are some important terms that you absolutely need to know.